Hi, my name is Peterside, founder and director of Peterside Development. Welcome to our current development here in the heart of Devizes Town Centre. We're going to be converting this former pub into 6 luxury residential apartments. Devizes is a market town built in the 11th century with over 500 listed buildings. This is a Grade 2 listed building, which is part of the heart of the community. The pub closed down 10 years ago, and the previous owner did convert the pub briefly into an antique store and got planning to convert it into 6 residential apartments. We felt there was scope to better optimize the layout of the scheme. So we went back and we got planning for 2 3-bedroom apartments. We converted the studio into a 1-bed apartment, and we're left with 3-bed apartments. That gives us a better GDV out of the scheme. We're currently at the rear of the development. This open space will be a courtyard and parking space. And this section is going to have a muse-style bungalow apartment. So as part of the development, we had to change the entire roof. We've got approval to carefully remove the slates, put a brand new breathable membrane and batten, and carefully replace the slates. Now, obviously, when doing this, some slates will be broken, so we'll replace them with heritage slates, which are called Westmoreland slates. They're very expensive, but when working in a Grade 2 listed building, you just have to ensure you consult the conservation officer on every decision. One of the key features of this building is got a basement, which is over 150 square meters. I'm going to tell you more about that in a minute. Leading you into apartment 1, when you come in this way, you have the kitchen to my left over here. You have the large double bedroom this way. The bathroom is going to be in here. And you've got a lobby leading you into the living room this way. It's quite a large living room space. And we've got a king-size bedroom over here. That makes up the layout for the 2-bedroom apartment. This is apartment 2. It's going to be a 3-bedroom apartment. To my right here, a large double bedroom. Over here, you've got a large family bathroom. Through the communal hallway, it leads you into the lobby for the apartment. And to my right here, you're going to have a king-size large bedroom here. And to my left, the 3rd bedroom. And coming through this way will lead you into the living room space for the apartment. It's quite a large living room space, as you can see. In the basement of the apartment, as you can see, we've got lots of head height in here. We could fit in 2 or 3 more apartments in here if we wish, but at the moment, it's not something we're currently exploring because of the economic value is not there. But it's something we're going to explore later down in the future. But in the interim, what we're going to do, we're going to section different aspects of the basement and create like a garage storage space for each of the apartment occupants. That will give them a more perceived value. And also you can see, this is where the occupant of the pub used to slide the barrels into the basement back in the days. We're still in the basement, and one of the key features of this building is this tree stump. This is meant to be a beam supporting the building, but the tree stump was used. So we're currently working with our structural engineer to see how we could preserve this, which is part of the history of the building. The current electric for the building is terminated in the basement, which is what we have here. So as part of the plan, we're going to decommission this system, and we're going to bring in the new water and electric connection, which will also terminate on this wall. Now, when working on a Grade 2 listed building, you have to be very, very careful. When you look at the windows, they are heritage timber windows and they're very expensive. So we had to go through all the details with the conservation officer to sign off on the window. The conservation officers don't like applied bonding. They always prefer you to go with through bonding. Now, through bonding forms part of the structural fabric of the window frame, whereby you have individual glazing unit on each of the bars. It's got a huge cost impact because we had to spend over £70,000 on those timber windows. They're very, very expensive. Another challenge we had was dealing with the Devizes Trust and the Listed Building Association. They wanted to be consulted and involved in every single decision we made with the internal fabric. And that was time consuming, and they were obviously going for items which was very expensive. But hey, it's a listed building and we obviously have to do what they want. And lastly, we encountered a unique situation with the Muse bungalow apartment. While digging the foundation, we came across a tunnel, so we had to quickly consult our structural engineer. We had to build over the tunnel. He recommended a structural beam solution. Being a bungalow, we didn't need a pile foundation. That obviously opened the door for a complex patchwork conversation with the neighbors, but we got the neighbors on board. They were all happy, and we signed an amicable structural party wall agreement.